What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this is a video I've been wanting to make for a good little while now. We're going to be reviewing the Tethrd Ultralock hunting saddle. So I've had this saddle for a little over a year now. Got a full season of use out of it, and thought it was time to give you guys a little bit of my thoughts and opinions on this particular saddle. All right, so to give you guys just a little bit of background on why I have swapped to the Ultralock over the Phantom. I've been running a Phantom for the last 5 years, since the Phantom's release, and I've absolutely loved it. It's a very minimal saddle, and it was just perfect for the way that I like to hunt. But I recently upgraded to the Ultralock, and the reason being, a year ago, I sustained a back injury and compressed a nerve in my lower spine. And when I went to set up the Phantom last season, the first sit of the year, I could not get comfortable. No matter how I sat, that saddle put direct pressure on that nerve in my lower back, and I just couldn't get comfortable, and I was having a lot of trouble with it. And I tried to power through it, and then I just decided I'm gonna have to get something with a little bit more real estate back there on the backside to hopefully give me a little bit more comfort. And after doing a little bit of research, I decided to go with the Ultralock saddle. So the Ultralock is a single panel saddle, which just means that it's one full piece and not two. But it is pleated, which means that it has this crease in the center where you can see there's a little bit of extra material there. You've got 6 inches of extra material, and that just gives you a little bit more material to cup your backside when you're sitting on the tree. This saddle has a lot of really cool features, and I'm going to get into those and talk about some of the things that I really love about this setup. So first things first about this saddle, and one of the things that I really love about it is it comes with integrated dump pouches on each side. So like I said, these are fully integrated, meaning that they are sewn into the waist belt of this saddle. And these pockets in particular, I really like the design of. They're zippered pockets, and they just have a lot of room in them. They're large, but they're also, because they're fixed permanently to the belt of the saddle, they're a lot more streamlined, and they hug really tight to the saddle body. So with most saddles that you purchase, you're going to have to buy your dump pouches separate, and that's going to be a little bit extra cost. And because of the way they attach to most of the saddle bodies, you have these big things that tend to flop off the sides. When you're crawling through the woods, they end up getting hung on briars and stuff. So that was really one of the main appeals to me, was how this had the integrated pouches that were sewn to the belt of the saddle, and that just kept them fixed in this nice, really slim profile. It pretty much comes with all the top of the line features that the Phantom had, the Utila bridge and the comfort channels where you can adjust where your bridge sits so that you can distribute the weight from the lower portion of the saddle or the upper portion of the saddle to put more pressure at your legs or more at your back. It just they give a lot of options, and that system works really well. So this saddle also comes standard when you buy it with the suspender system, and this was something that I wasn't really sure about, if I was going to keep this on here or not, or if it was going to be something that I would enjoy using. And I don't know that I would have another one without it after having this. Reason being is the way that this allows you to put the saddle on and off. It makes it so much easier than trying to get into the body of a normal saddle. So I'll do a demonstration. I hold the saddle like this by the shoulder straps of the suspenders. I simply step into my bridge, and then I just throw this thing on like a backpack. Honestly, being able to throw this thing on my shoulders and buckle everything up without having to hold on to it or keep it from falling down is kind of one of my favorite things about it. And honestly, I think this helps it carry the load of all the things that are in your pockets on the dump pouches of the saddle a whole lot better when you're going through the woods and stuff, especially when you have your bag on. I can let this sit a little lower on my waist because of the suspenders, and that allows the kidney belt on my backpack to actually sit on my hips while the saddle rides just a little bit lower but still stays in place. I don't have to worry about it falling down as I'm walking through the woods. So probably would never have another saddle without some sort of suspender system on it, because I have really enjoyed this. So we're not going to get too just carried away with all the things about this saddle, because a saddle is a saddle, you know. I mean, it is, they pretty much all do what they're designed to do. They give you something to sit on when you're in the tree, whether it be a sit drag with a rock climbing harness the way I used to saddle hunt, or something more premium like this Ultralock here. What they do now is they integrate a whole lot more features into these to make them more comfortable and keeps you in the woods a little bit longer. This is hands down, bar none, the most comfortable saddle that I've ever hunted out of. I hunted out of a Mantis, then I moved to a Phantom. I've hunted out of all trophy lines, everything except the Venatic. I've never put a trophy line Venatic on, and they say they're super comfortable. I've sat in a cruiser. I've sat in a ton of saddles, and honest to goodness, this is the most comfortable one for me personally. One thing I always like to reiterate is that I don't think that these saddles are as universal as manufacturers want you to believe. What's comfortable for me may not be comfortable for you at all. And I think the best way for you to do that is for you to figure out what's best for you is to just try as many different things as you can get your hands on. If you have local dealers in your area that carry some of these things, try them on and just see for yourself how the adjustments fit for you and how it plays into your style of hunting, because there's just a lot of different options out there, and you just want to be sure that you pick what's best for you. This, for me, has been the most comfortable saddle I've ever worn. I love it. I honestly can't see myself swapping to a different saddle anytime soon, because I just love this thing so much that I see no reason for me to try out any other saddles at this point. I can sit in a tree all day if I want to. I don't ever get hot points or spots where it's uncomfortable for me the way that the straps hit me or anything. I can always move the bottom up or down just a little bit, and I mean, I don't have any complaints about the comfort. This thing is super comfortable. I've been calling it the Cadillac of the saddle world. It's just a beast of a setup. So one of the things that I've started doing on this channel is I like to give something the approval of whether it's built to hunt or built to sell. And I really think Tethrd knocked this one out of the park, and I truly believe that this saddle is absolutely built to hunt. This thing has held up through some really rough terrain. I've crawled through briar thickets, I mean, and it looks brand new. There's no snagging on the stitching. There's nothing indicating on the material that it's been even pricked or pulled or snagged or anything. This thing looks brand new, just like the day I got it out of the box, and it's held up really well, and it is not from being babied. This thing's been abused. So I have to say, I'd recommend this one. These are awesome saddles. If you get a chance to put your hands on one and try one out, I highly recommend it. And that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. It just helps the channel grow. And give this video a like. Leave me a comment. Tell me your favorite saddle setup. I want to know your favorite saddles of all time, because I'm always willing to put something on and see how it feels in a tree, because there's so many options out there, and there's just no way that one person can hardly put their hands on everything out there on the market. So tell me what your favorite saddle is, what your favorite setup is, what your favorite brand is, things you like about this saddle, things you don't like about this saddle. I really enjoy communicating back and forth and hearing different thoughts and opinions on products and different gear. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.